What is up, everybody? I'm back on the turn to what they won't tell you about Kyrie Irving and the Nets. Feature NBA media lives and by MJ2K all day. You into it?
The Nets have announced that
Oh my
Kyrie
God.
Irving will not play or practice with the team until he can become a full participant.
Kyrie Irving might retire, which is something I thought I wouldn't say this year.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Cause he's banned from playing any of the games with the Nets, and he said that he would retire if he was traded. In his recent IG live, Kyrie has stated that he wants to be the voice for the voiceless, and that he won't retire, that his career will not end like this. But at the same time, he didn't really make any indications on a resolution, or exactly what he wanted out of it. And the crazy thing, it's not because he's vaccinated or not vaccinated, no, it's because he's moved on. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. So I'm gonna be talking about
What's up, my boy?
Kyrie's decisions and what it means for the Nets. Fans and media, I feel like they tend to forget that athletes are human beings too. It's just that their decisions, especially in the workplace, are in the spotlight with thousands of people weighing in. Now, I understand that Kyrie said some weird things over the years.
That there is no real picture of Earth. Like, there's not one picture of Earth.
Bro, what? And with a player like Kyrie, who is a multiple-time All-Star, an NBA champion, the guy that LeBron said would be MVP of the league someday, and now on one of the most stacked teams.
Bro, Kyrie really has never gotten an MVP before, bro. That's crazy. Because Kyrie is definitely a top 10 player in the league. He could definitely top 10. Not top 10, definitely top 15, top 20.
Teams in NBA history with Kevin Durant, James Harden, the Nets, a team that to this point has not lived up to their potential. A player like that is going to catch a lot of flack. But there's extremes, right? There's these Stephen A. Smiths of the world that are absolutely disgusted by his behavior, saying that, oh, Kobe wouldn't approve. First of all, Stephen A. Smith, you can't be using someone who passed away speak on their behalf.
Yeah, oh God, that's messed up.
Just to add to your point. Second of all Kyrie did that time was not speak with the media. And Stephen A. Smith just lost it. Like, relax. The media goes over the top if a player does any action that hurts them. For example, a player choosing not to play in a game is bad for ratings and therefore bad for the media. A player not getting interviews gives the media less content. And so they turn against the player, roast the player, and still use their name for views. Drop a like if you're liking this video, it really helps me out. And subscribe if you're new or old.
Facts. Check my analytics. 97% of y'all are not subscribed. 97.5. So 2.5% of y'all that are watching this video are subscribed, bro. Crazy.
Thanks. I don't believe the issue for Kyrie is whether he should get vaccinated or not. I feel like it's more of an excuse to get away from basketball. It's kind of like if you didn't want to meet that one annoying person over the pandemic
I feel
and
like
you're
Kyrie
like,
don't even like
shoot,
basketball,
I
for
can't
real.
because I'm not vaccinated. Yeah, that could be what Kyrie is doing. We don't need to get political about the vaccine. I'm fully vaccinated, but that's off topic. In fact, Kyrie is actually not even against being vaccinated. According to Athletic, he's just upset that people are losing jobs because they refuse to get vaccinated, and due to the mandate, they can't work. Again, Kyrie is choosing something else.
Are y'all vaccinated? Talk to me in the comments. I'm not. I'll wait like another year or two.
Else over basketball, even though he could have gotten the vaccine months ago when there was no mandate. Let's just say that person works hard, is gifted, and starts their own tech company. That tech company makes it out of the pack and is now in the top 0.1% of all tech companies. And because of that, that person who started the tech company is able to make hundreds of millions of dollars. They're an important part of the company and help the company remain at the top for a few years. All of this by the age
Bro,
of
Elon Musk is probably the craziest, like, person ever, bro. Like, this man really became, like, the richest person in the world in, like, literally, like, 5-6 years, bro. Like, bro.
29. Then all of a sudden the person's like, hey, I'm kind of done with tech, but I want to research climate change. They're allowed to do that, right? I don't think their friends are going like, yo, you're stupid. Simply because there are times where interests and focuses can change, and also because they just made hundreds of millions of dollars. Kyrie has been progressing towards what we're seeing right now for the past few years. Look at last year and look at how many games he missed due to personal time. In interviews, he's even refused to answer questions about basketball because of otherworldly issues. Again, there are times in interviews where he's wild. But what we don't talk about,
I mean, bro, the last 2-3 years, we were just literally just watching the world crumble, guys. Especially 2020. Oh my God.
that much is all the philanthropy and community work that Kyrie does. Just one quick search will show you how many times in just the past 2 years alone he's supported different causes. He's even donated $1.5 million to WNBA to cover salaries for those who would skip the season due to personal, health, professional related issues. What's happening now?
I can't lie, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a WP, but no way I would have did that 1.5 mil. Have you seen them highlights, bro? WNBA? Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Oh, is that Kyrie just has different interests. He's 29. A lot of people in their 20s change jobs, change fields, change careers, all of that. And you gotta remember that the average age of a successful entrepreneur is in the 40s. Kyrie's already made generational wealth. Man's made 9 figures. He's got a lot of basketball. He just may be deciding at an early age to stop. But Kyrie's been in the NBA for 10 years. That's a pretty substantial career. And if he's passionate about other things, then he should do those other things. Look at Kobe and how he was able to go away from basketball and go right into media production. The main issue I have with what Kyrie is doing is that he is getting paid by the Brooklyn Nets while he is doing this. He's getting paid to do a job that he is not doing. Like, if he wants to move on, that's cool. Just move on and give up your salary. Let the Nets get the extra cap space to actually do their jobs. The only reason why this doesn't seem as important to a lot of people is because the Nets have Kevin Durant and James Harden. But imagine if they only had KD and Kyrie. Kyrie not playing would derail their whole championship aspirations. So in principle, what Kyrie is doing with the organization is just simply not right. Now let's talk about the Nets and how they look after this. It just didn't make sense for Kyrie to be part-time. That would mean you would have very different rotations, and it takes a while for players to gel. They gotta play with each other. But if they got 2 very distinct rotations, it's kind of like an injury where players would be all over the place. And especially with a player like Kyrie, that's a big piece to integrate. For the Nets, honestly, this isn't even that bad. Kevin Durant himself is enough to carry a team. Add James Harden, who has clearly shown that he can be a facilitator, and when healthy,
I feel so bad for Nets fans, bro. Like, bro.
Add James Harden, who has clearly shown,
like, bro, that's a 3, bro. They should just. Bro, if I was a ref, I would have just called it a 3, because that shot is crazy,
bro. Facilitator, and when healthy, be a second or third scoring option. Not having to integrate Kyrie in the mix actually might make it simpler and easier. Could the Nets be better with Kyrie? Absolutely. That doesn't mean that they would actually get to their potential. And maybe, hey, there isn't enough basketball to share. We don't know that because they've only played 7 games together. 7 games ain't shit. And because the Nets also have Patty Mills, Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul Millsap. Why is that list so long? Like, why am I still going? Joe Harris, maybe in the playoffs?
Back to Durant, Harris for 3.
The Nets have multiple options besides 2 of the undisputed top 10 players in the NBA right now. And just getting all of these pieces to fit is a task in itself because some of them are new acquisitions, some of them barely played with the team last year. So then add Kyrie to that list and it would be tough. And I don't know if Steve Nash is that man to do that at a high level. KD really saving him.
Help me!
Trading Kyrie might not work because he just might retire. But if a trade does work, I'd say get some really good defenders because at this point, you don't need scoring. You might not even need facilitating. You just need some defense. So Ben Simmons could work.
Yes, sir. Easy.
You're not that guy.
I almost don't
You're
want
not
to say
that
that
guy,
just because
pal.
of
You're
how
not
he is
that
in
guy.
the playoffs.
That's right. See?
I just want to be a defender and cutter. That's it. All I'm saying in this video is that we don't have a right to Kyrie. Of course, I would like it if he continued playing basketball. I would like to see Kyrie play basketball, but he's got to do what's right for him and not the other way around. If Kyrie ain't focused on basketball, he should move on. Forgo your salary and do what you want to do. You see that? Do what you love. But what do you think? What should the Nets do with Kyrie? Gaming channel with the Steph Curry build. Check it out. Thanks. The all-day notification watch shout goes to my boy and day one, Armand Sky Barnes. That's all I gotta say for him. Thanks for the all-day support. And if you're still here, you're a real one, so comment wild so I know. Drop a like, it really helps me out. And subscribe if you're new, old. Hey, the season is almost back. It's your boy MJ. We out and we vibe.
No. But yeah, bro, that's me at the end of this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, and we out, bro.